Good evening. Got Ozzy out here tonight, and I was just wanting to catch up on what I was working on and what I was trying to accomplish. Um, I think that this horse has enough life experience that she sure enough can move past this. But in my mind, for her to do anything athletic, she needs to be able to put herself in an athletic position. And so it's really important to me that she gives to pressure. And you can kind of force and Kai this mare around, and she knows enough to where you can accomplish what you want. But she has two gears when it comes to giving to pressure, and that's extremely rigid or extremely soft and not connected to her feet. And so I'm trying to bridge that gap there to where when I pick up my bridle reins, I get a yes, sir, which is this, and then I get that connected to her feet. And if I have that, it's going to allow me to do a lot more, whatever part of the run that is, whether that's in the box. If she locks up anywhere, I need to be able to supple her and move whatever part of the body is stiff or locked up. And also that applies to the run. If I need to be able to pick up on the bridle reins, her get soft, and I need to be able to help her. She needs to be accountable enough to do the job on her own. But if I have to help her in any certain situation, I need her to come to me and accept that pull. And she's getting a lot better, but it's not something that comes fast, especially when she's more than likely been this way all of her riding career. Um, and it could be as simple as just going to get to the gate. She needs to be able to give me the body position that I'm asking for without it too much of an objection. So that's kind of what I've been working on here as far as getting her soft and getting more control of her, and then bouncing back and forth to going to the actual job that she needs to do. Because if we just push past this and keep working on just roping, we're just going to have just that. We'll have a stiff rope horse, to where if we take the time now and get her soft and broke loose and moved around, then we'll have a better, more enjoyable rope horse to ride. And especially with her wanting to be a little bit bronky, if you get her so broke meaning that when I take a hold of a bridle rein, she has she's willing to give to the bridle rein so much that even if she wants to be a bronc, she can talk herself out of it, because no matter what, she stays soft. So it's really important to me that I've got that right there, that yes sir, and it relates to her feet, and there's no amount of rigidity in her head and neck that can tell me no. So anyways, I hope you understand that. I'll just lope her around here a little bit, and you can tell me if she looks any better or if she looks about the same. But this is what we've been working on. Girl. And she's got all the stuff. Like, I don't want to beat her up because she is a neat little horse. And if I showed up on a ranch somewhere to work and this is what they cut out for me to ride that day, I wouldn't be upset. I think she's got a lot good going for her. And that's kind of why I'm kind of willing to take the time on her and get her soft and get her broke. It's because I do think she's a nice animal. But if we just kind of shove her past this and go on roping, I don't think that she'll reach her potential like she could if she's as broke as she could be. So just schooling that there a little bit, making sure that she understands and make move whatever she won't move. And I think a really good example for this is just like if you've got a horse that really leans and pulls on the bridle rein, if a steer falls down in front of you and you need to pick her up and help her and you have plenty of time to see it, and she just leans and pulls through your hand, you're going to go right over top of it. Sometimes we can see things in the run that they're not necessarily aware of, and we need to be able to help. And I want them to have that accountability that's going to take over and do the job on their own, because I want to do it on a loose rein most of the time. But if they're not cool with me helping, then it's going to be really hard to get her as good as she could be. So I'm just kind of waiting for her to want to hold frame a little bit and quit leaning to the inside of the circle. But if she's leaning anywhere, she's unbalanced. She's leaning to the outside. Just waiting for her to stand up here and just be accountable for herself and stay hooked on this circle. Looking for effort. Ooh, there we go. I'd rather her balance back than leak forward. School on that a little bit. There we go. And I know that she's probably had plenty of runs, and we can go right into roping. These are things that are important to me to do a good job. I don't rope as good as a lot of them guys do that train rope horses, so it's become way more important to me to be competitive is to have my horse broker. And I could beat this to death and try to explain it a million different ways, but that's kind of what I'm working on, and I'm hoping that she looks better. I know she definitely feels better, but old habits die hard. So anyways, if you have any questions, be sure to give me a call and we'll talk soon.